Hello all, I'm Sai and you're watching The Book Dragon. In today's video, I'm bringing to you my answers for the questions in the Goodreads book tag. There are totally 12 questions in this tag. All the 12 questions will be down in the description. I was not able to find the link for the original video because it is totally not available anywhere. So I've linked down the blog post from which I got this tag. Don't forget to leave your answers in the comments below because I'd like to know them. So without any further ado, let's get into the questions right away. Question number 1. What was the last book you marked as read? Okay, this is a book which I completed as my last book in April, and it is The Lost Book of the Wild by Cassandra Clare and Wesley Chu. I should say I was not that much impressed with this book. Okay, of all the books that I've read in the Shadowhunter Chronicles so far, this is the book which I think is the weakest because it had a lot of potential. Okay, it has an incredibly cool setup. It doesn't have America's setup that we see in most of the other Shadowhunters books. It had Shanghai, which is a really different setting, and it just felt so cool. Okay, reading the same type of story in a really different environment made a lot of things a lot more different, but the plot was made so convenient towards the last 100 pages of the book, and I definitely did not like that. But apart from that, the thing which I want from these books is the fleshing of the characters. Okay, I don't think the other characters were fleshed out really good, but Magnus and Alec, they have grown insanely well. Okay, especially Alec. I've seen many times in the fandom saying that Alec is the only character who has the most amount of character growth throughout the series, and I do think it will be obvious because he is the only character who's based on a friend that Cassie had in her real life, and we can easily see the soft corner that she has for him in most of her books, and it was really done well in this one also. Plot wise, it was not such a great book, but for the two main characters, it was a pretty good book if you ask me. Question number 2. What are you currently reading? Okay, I'm currently reading one of my books from the May TBR, and it is The Secret Dream World of a Shopaholic by Sophie Kinsella. This is the first book in the Shopaholic series. I own 8 of the 10 books, so I wanted to start it at some time. April was not that great a reading month for me, so I wanted to start May with something cool and chill and happy, so I started with this one. I should say it is very compelling. Okay, it is insanely funny. I thought that it would be mediocre or something, but definitely I'm like 100 pages into the book so far. Definitely I'm enjoying it more than I thought I would. Each and every chapter has made me laugh out loud. Okay, most of the time while I was reading this book, I was laughing for something or the other because something funny keeps on happening again and again. The main character, she's goofy as well as quirky in many instances. Okay, I'll not say that it's a cute story or anything. Those stories in which characters try to be cute and the authors try to make the characters cute, they just make me cringe. But this one, it doesn't seem like the author wants to prove anything to the reader. It's just like she has written it as such, and the character has that lively feeling to her, and it definitely does make the story a lot funny. Question number 3. What was the last book you marked as TBR? Okay, usually I don't mark books as to be read on Goodreads because if I see a lot higher numbers in my to be read shelf, I definitely get a lot more anxiety than I normally do. So I definitely don't add books to my TBR shelf. But there are some anticipated reads of mine which I will read in the future for sure. And one of such books is Chain of Thorns by Cassandra Clare. I cannot even pop up the cover because it's not out yet. Okay, it's the sequel for Chain of Iron, and it's going to be the final book in the Last Star series. Okay, I did like Chain of Gold, but Chain of Iron was a far lot better for me. Okay, the twists that the plot had and some revelations that we got in that one, and the character growth was also really good. The amount of angst, just like in any other Shadowhunter series, has built up a lot more in the second book, and I'm expecting a lot from the third book. Let's just wait and see how it's going to happen. Question number 4. What do you plan to read next? Okay, after finishing The Secret Dream World of a Shopaholic, I want to get into something which is cozy yet a bit serious than that one. So it's another book from my TBR, and it's definitely one book which I'm expecting a lot from. It is A Man Called Ova by Frederick Parkman. Okay, I've heard insanely good things about this one. After I put this on my TBR, many people even commented on my TBR video saying that it is a really good book and I'll definitely enjoy it. Okay, I'm making it sure that if I definitely enjoy this book, I'll make a dedicated review for this one and I'll try to discuss it as well. Okay, it's not even a big book. It's under 300 pages long, and I do think I will enjoy this. Let's just wait and see how it's going to go. Question number 5. Do you use the star rating system? I do use the star rating system, but I don't feel it that much convenient. Okay, it's not like every book that we read is a complete 5-star or complete 4-star or complete 3-star. I'm okay with even bumping up my star ratings and giving some books 5 stars, even though I just consider them as 4.5 stars. Okay, but 3 stars and 4 stars, that is the place where I get a lot uncomfortable because there are some books which definitely deserve 3.5 stars and not as big as 4 stars and as small as 3 stars. There's the sweet spot in between, and I'm definitely not able to rate those books as such. Most of the times I end up bumping them up and giving them 4 stars, even though I don't feel like I want to, and also I don't want to be unreasonable and be unjust for the books. So I don't think my single star rating is going to change anything huge when it comes to the star rating of the book in Goodreads. So I use the star rating, but it's not that much comfortable. Question number 6. Are you doing a 2021 reading challenge? I am doing a reading challenge this year also, and my goal is to read at least 101 books, and I should say I've been keeping up with that in a really good pace. Okay, I'm very much satisfied, and I do think I will very easily complete it. My goal is to complete it by the end of June, so it'll be awesome. Okay, I'll be able to read a lot more in the second half of the year and try to double the goal. Okay, 101 books is definitely a lot of books. Okay, and I've crossed like over 60 books as of now in 4 months, so that's definitely not a bad number. I can try and push myself to try and complete the remaining number in just the rest 2 months to complete June, but I'm not going to force myself for anything. It'll be nice. Let's just wait and see. Question number 7. Do you have a wish list? No, I do not have a wish list because I'm not a person who adds everything to my wish list and waits at all. I always add it to my cart, save for later, and just check the prices constantly. So whenever the price of a book comes down and if I'm interested in it, I'll go forward and buy it. There are very few books, okay, like if I'm seeing like 100 books, there will be like 1 or 2 which I will add to my wish list because I will be having the paperback and the hardcover will be insanely high in cost, so I'll add it my wish list so that I can get that notification. But mostly I don't have wish list, and also one reason why I don't like wish lists is that it is like telling myself that okay, I cannot buy this now. I don't want that attitude in my mind running along, so I don't add anything to my wish list, and I like to buy it when I like. So yeah, I don't have a wish list anytime. Question number 9. Do you have any specific quotes would you like to share a few? Okay. Off the top of my head, I was able to think of only 2. The first one is from the Shadowhunter Chronicles, which is like the tagline of the entire series, which is all the stories are true. Okay, I just want that quote to be true, saying that all the stories are true. If all the stories are true, I'm sure there's only a small chunk of people in this whole world who knows the presence of some other worlds, okay, like you and me. And also the next one is something from one of my all-time favorite books, which is Siege and Storm. This is the second book in the Shadow Moon trilogy. It is, when people say impossible, they usually mean improbable. Okay, that quote is like written on my heart. I follow it all the time when I feel very down and I want to get through some stuff in order to do something which I want to achieve. It definitely keeps me motivated and boosted always. So off the top of my head, I was able to think about these 2 only. All the stories are true, and when people say impossible, they usually mean improbable. Question number 10. Who are your favorite authors? You can just see my bookshelf behind, and all these authors are actually my most favorite ones. The first one is my queen, Leigh Bardugo. The second one I can say Gillian Flynn, because I've read all of her books and I've loved each and every one of them. Not at all been disappointed with even a single book of hers. The next one is obviously Cassandra Clare. Okay, since last year I've been hooked to her books and I just love the way she writes her characters and the way she just moves the story just with those characters, not that much with the plot. Next I can say George R. R. Martin, definitely. Okay, he has this really gory, dark type of writing which I do like, and also his worlds are really intricate. Okay, he has made those books so perfectly that you feel like you are inside Westeros while you're reading this series. And yeah, these are some of my favorite authors. Question number 11. Have you joined any group? I have not joined any groups. Okay, I am a person who has some amount of social anxiety. Okay, it might sound stupid because I have a YouTube channel and I talk about books on the internet so that other people in the public can see, but I do have social anxiety, so it's definitely not such a great place for me to be in groups. Okay, even with my friends, I don't interact that constantly. I do keep myself consistent with them, but not in such a regular basis that I have to talk every day with them or every week with them. It's never like that. Like once or twice a month, that's like my optimal amount of talking with anyone other than my family in life. And I do think that it's healthy, and that's one of the main reasons why I'm not part of any groups, and I don't prefer being in groups as well. Question number 12. Who do you tag? Okay, I tag all of you guys who are watching this video, and don't forget to leave your answers below because I'd like to know them. Also, if you want to follow me on Goodreads, always available down in the description. You can click it and follow me or friend me on Goodreads so that you can track what I'm reading continuously. I'm very consistent in updating all my books that I read, DNF and rate in Goodreads always. So yeah, that's it for today. If you did enjoy watching today's video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and also share it to your friends. If you want to get more content from me, do subscribe to the channel because I publish new videos every Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday and Saturday. Thanks for watching and have a great rest of your day.